Say what? Yo, who was that? ATL show coming live. Speak about the world. Know that we are still. We got ATL Legacy, the podcast. Oh God, we're taking over for the ATL show.
Naya, what?
The ATL show's on, duh. Get out! Get out!
Naya, it's supposed to be for adults only. It's supposed to be.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T Savage, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay. I'm the best you ever cast, just fell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spinners in my city. But if it comes to 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Either dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking over hills and places. Schools over feeling foggy. I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Going against me. Once you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is true. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Tiama Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at Tiama Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories. Or you can find her on YouTube at Tiama Harris. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. Tiama Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
Make sure you go over to Goalie.com and get your Goalie Gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoalieGummies.com, make sure you use the ATL as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goalie. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown himself. This episode that we call the ATL. I'm joined tonight by my very bold and very beautiful co-host, the very vanvicious, the lovely, the sexy, the dark, dead, gorgeous Miss T Savage.
Hey, how are you?
What's going
Picking
on?
up this girl from work. Picking up from work. I was normally let her drive, but we had a little beef today, so I had to take the car away.
So how was your day so far, sis?
My kids did a project, and when I tell you they did a good job, but it got really, really messy. They used paint, and we made Indian tomahawk axes out of cardboard and sticks and paint. Yes, and it was paint everywhere, and it was just a hot mess. And I was yelling because they were so excited, but they was just so loud. Like, but overall, it was a good day for the most part.
That's what happens when you have children that ain't used to nothing.
But they had a good time. Listen, I never thought cardboard and sticks could get kids so rowdy. Like
Okay.
cardboard and sticks, crazy.
Okay. I'm also joined tonight by Mr. Legacy the Great, my brother from another mother. What's up, Legacy? You're muted, nigga.
We don't use that word. What's wrong with you?
You're muted.
Terrible.
You're muted. You're muted. There you go.
I said ATL Hope Legacy in the building, bitch.
There you go. See?
Hey, Tony. Hal Pint wants you to hold that leg up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. One leg up, one leg up, one leg up, one leg up. Y'all don't know about that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old school. Take us way back.
Oh yeah, way back, like 4 flats on the Cadillac.
You know it.
And we're also joined by the very beautiful, the very sexy Miss Juicy Cakes.
And here I am talking about crazy legs gonna make it bounce. Oh,
Yeah.
Crazy legs gonna make you happy, and you know it. Hold on. Let's go.
That was my shit. That was my shit.
And of course, we have someone that's no stranger to the show at all. She just turned 21. Miss Auntie Adrian.
12. You got it backwards. She's 12.
Oh, 12. I'm sorry.
hey y'all.
Well, she gotta get off this show.
Happy birthday, beautiful.
Hey, Miss Adrian.
Hey,
Why
Auntie
is
Adrian.
volume so low?
Hey, Miss Adrian.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Why am I supposed to always come here and talk to trash? Why hear this
Every time.
No. I can't hear. My volume is real low here, and I don't understand why.
Auntie Adrian come in straightening things.
Okay.
She has to come in regulate.
Hey, she tell you what's echo real quick, ain't it?
Okay.
There we go. I can hear y'all now.
We said Auntie Adrian come in here regulate and get things straight.
Yes.
Miss Adrian.
Yes.
Hit him with it one time, Miss Adrian.
ATL hoes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For all y'all.
She has officially been bitten by the bug.
Hey sis, I know I'm supposed to call you back, sis, but I got an unexpected pop-up visitor.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember a few years back when that man tried to talk to me on I-95 on 45th Street.
Girl, which man? I can't remember.
Which
we gotta talk about this off air. Just know, listen, Legacy, when me and sis used to work down in Boca, niggas used to stop us on 95, blowing the hood, trying to call their phone numbers. That shit was crazy.
They wanted a part of all that.
You throwing that one leg up. You throwing that one leg up. One leg up.
And it's so funny. They used to be hollering their numbers. I can't hear you. You can scream all you want. So we're doing 80. Like what? You about to die by the phone number?
Okay.
Dude. Only one person never got it. Only one person never got it.
And he showed up at your house today.
He called me talking about Bestie, where you at? I said, I'm at home. I'm down the street. We ain't talked in months. What you mean down the street? What?
Listen, check this out. Before we get into the question of the day, I saw some clips on Instagram, some pictures. I just wanted to show. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 clips. I just had to share with y'all before we move forward. Now, some people, women are always saying they're looking for a wealthy man or a man with, they're chasing that bag and this and that. Here's 2 wealthy men that couldn't keep their wife.
Yep.
Billionaires. 2 of the richest men on earth couldn't keep their wives happy.
Because they probably can't fuck them right. That's why.
I don't even think
I believe they couldn't keep their wife because their wife didn't like the wicked stuff they doing.
Or maybe they didn't have time to even entertain their wife like they should have, because they were too busy chasing the bag.
Right, and not only that, when you got men that's that wealthy, it's a certain status quo that comes with that, and they probably made it unbearable. You know what I'm saying? When you got them, that's why I like my own money. That's why I didn't have the opportunity not to have a billionaire, but a damn wealthy man. But it's a cost to being with a person that has that kind of wealth. They expect you to do shit that I ain't willing to do, and that's probably why they couldn't keep them women.
Well, actually, both of those men had side chicks.
They what?
And their wife knew about it.
Both of them men had side chicks, and their wives knew about it.
Listen here. From my past experiences dealing with these fucking men out here, sometimes I can understand why the bitches at home don't have a problem with them having a woman on the side, because them motherfuckers is a whole lot to be bothered with, okay? And that whole probably glad, I'm so glad this motherfucker got him somebody else so he can leave me the fuck alone. Just keep bringing your check home and you go and worry that hoe and leave me.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
those wives didn't care about the side piece. They were fine because that gave them freedom. But once they got into this quarantine and COVID mess going on, that's why they left.
And had
They
to
were
be
gonna
stuck
be
with their
associated
asses all
with
the
too
time.
much wickedness.
Another thing they did, each woman did, and I applaud them for this. They allowed all the children to get grown and out the house and established. So now that my kids are set, now I ain't got to put up with this foolishness no more.
That was smart.
Yes.
You know, Tony. I read this quote one time, and I wish you would have told me you had that little clip right there, so I could have set that to go with this. There was a quote of a black minister, and the black minister said, "A man can give a woman money. No, say God gave a woman ass, God gave a woman tits, God gave a woman lips, and God gave a woman a shape. If God gave a woman all of these things, along with eyelids and eyebrows, if God gave a woman all these things because he saw fit for them to have them in this abundance, and God himself couldn't satisfy women, who in the hell do you think you are? Do you ever think you're going to be able to satisfy this woman? You can't.
After all that, she go add some hips, some add some titties, add some eyelashes, she still got
all of that. All of that. So they can't be satisfied. If God himself gave them all of that, if God gave y'all all of that, and y'all go and change it, then this is what God wanted you to have. I ain't never worried about trying to satisfy now woman.
That's not true that a woman can't be satisfied. That's not true. That's not true.
Miss Adrian, I just said what the quote said. I didn't say it was true or not.
Yeah, but you agree with it. Your last bit was you agreeing with it. So you did say it, okay? You said it or you didn't.
Totally. I agreed. I didn't say it. I just agreed.
I know you didn't say it, and I am just like you agreed. I'm disagreeing that it's not true that women are not satisfied. We can't ever be satisfied. That's not true.
Get him, Auntie Adrian.
That's not, it's just not true. I just get so tired of the stereotypes about women. Has anybody sat down and asked us because I could put myself out there for the equation. A lot of women say they want a man with money. They want a man with this. They need that. They want to be taken care of. I don't want any of that shit because I can take care of my damn self. I want you to be established. I'm the whole package. I come with the whole package. I'm not looking for the things other women want, but all I want is a motherfucker to be honest with me. If I ask you at hello, if you got a woman, tell me if you got a woman, because I might be okay with it. But don't wait till you got me a week or 2 or 3 weeks down the line to tell me, oh yeah, by the way, I got a woman. Nigga, didn't I tell you? Tell me what it was in the beginning so I can make a decision up front, because I might be okay with it. So it's
but I'm
not
not
satisfied. I'm easy to please, but what I can't deal with is a motherfucker lying to me.
Miss Adrian, let me ask you a question on this topic since we're here. and I know those people that are famous and things like that, they're in a big fishbowl. And I understand that they're in the limelight. But Miss Adrian, how many of these women I can stand by and know that Denzel Washington's wife has been there all the way for him. Samuel L. Jackson was strung out on crack cocaine and coke before he made his first $1 million, and his wife stuck it out with him. The vast majority of these women, when they get these guys that's multimillionaires and billionaires, Ms. Adrian, you know that these women went into these relationships locking in these men based off their beauty and how their body was, and they went into that relationship hoping to keep that man based off of, and half of them, just like Dr. Dre said in his memoirs, his wife has never did one iota of work pertaining to Aftermath or when he was working with Death Row. And after 25 years, she's left. They got a divorce. She wants almost $175 million.
And she should get it for them ass whippings he gave out. She should get it.
Listen, Miss Adrian, the courts have went through the records, and there is no proof of a police call or anything to show that Dr. Dre was abusive. Nothing. And she still, but guess what they told her? You won't get that. You'll get $3.5 million a year, but you won't get no more than that.
Okay, but it may not be no police records, but that don't mean he didn't serve up ass whippings. Every woman Dr. Dre had, Michelet and them other women as well, he beat their asses. You think that ended overnight? No, that woman just didn't call the police because she liked the lifestyle she was living, and if it meant getting her ass whipped, she was going to do it because she lived a lavish lifestyle. And it's sad as
Miss Adrian, remember what you just said. If she was the woman that you say you are and how you live, that was about getting her own money, she wouldn't have took but one ass whipping and she would have been out the door anyway. Miss Adrian. Auntie Adrian.
I think she said hold on because the Glenn baby was crying in the background.
Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I really just I don't think they can be satisfied. I personally don't.
Let's move on because I got 3 more pictures and we got to get into the question. But check this out. I think Heinz have got beside themselves. Check this out.
I'm done.
When we start getting macaroni and cheese in a can,
they want to get like Glory Greens. People told them it was okay to do soul food in a can. y'all wrong.
There's no way in the world that can be this.
Never. Ever.
If you put some breadcrumbs on it.
I still won't eat that. It came out of can.
Now you sounding like white folks.
Yes.
Look, it bread browns.
They want to put raisins in it.
Listen, I'm willing to bet if my sister Adrian got that can right there and added some stuff to that, she'll make it good.
Well, she's a chef, so yes, I know.
Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian.
What it is, Adrian?
He agreed that can would never become that. What's up, Mello? He said you got to bake it.
Mello. And put some butter in there. Put a couple of packs of cheese on top, shredded cheese.
We're gonna let you be the first to sample that, T Savage.
I don't know. Some things you can't add shit to. I don't know. Some stuff it just tastes terrible and you can't add stuff to it. I can pretty much make anything taste good, but I don't know. Some of that stuff be just bitter.
Sis, I think if it's cheap and you got a can and you got it and spruced it up and made it taste good, we should probably put it on the show. Food that's inexpensive, you need to taste good, that you can spruce it up.
I think
I'm gonna look for that can, and I'm gonna see if
it's
done.
That's the only can that's good, but it's on the trash and can.
Yes. Go check this out. I saw this one here at Hooters Girls. I think this location must be out of wings.
Really? How could you say that? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Hooters letting some big girls come in now, huh? Okay.
Why they gotta be out of wins? Cause there's big bitches in there?
Well, they ate them all.
What a terrible thing to say.
It's an awful thing to say.
Well, they
It's not funny.
the people's labs.
That's not funny. That's mean. That's mean as fuck.
It is. That's mean. Cause
ain't nobody on this motherfucking pedal skitty except for juicy ass.
And I bet you. And guess what? I'm 3 times juicy size, and I bet you she eat more than me. How much you gonna bet?
I eat more than you, but I don't eat wings.
But I bet you eat more than me is what I'm saying. I said that to say this, Juicy, that you look at a person, you assume because they're big, they can eat. And I got the size of a, but my stomach the size of a baby. So I'm big, but I can't eat.
A baby what?
Huh?
A baby what?
Bitch. You know what?
I knew you.
I think it was good for them to come out with other type of women than what they've been accustomed to having in their restaurant, personally.
Gam, come on now.
I think that it might slow their need to have them sitting on their laps and stuff down, because that's not what you're supposed to go to Hooters or a restaurant to do. But the men who patronize there, they think they have a right to want you to do whatever just because you're giving them chicken wings.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to agree with that, Juicy. I think if a woman don't want to sit on somebody's lap, she ain't going to sit on nobody's lap. So you can't just put it on a man because that's something that he asked to be done.
But that's what Hooters tells their employees.
They have a choice. They have a choice if they're gonna do it or not. If that's not something you don't want to do, then you're not taking that job.
Well, you know what? I worked there one day and I didn't take the job. But they highly recommend that if you want to work and make the money that you can make from Hooters, Hooters is kind of like a
strip club,
elegant strip club, a closed strip club serving chicken wings. And they tell the women who work in there, you can get your money if you do this.
They sell chicken wings and dickin' wings.
And crab legs. So
And
we saw the last video.
And check this out. Here's the last picture I want to show you real quick before we get into the question of the day. There was this guy who was living with his baby mama. I guess they had a dispute. And just like most men, they always moving in with the woman. So when she say get out, what you have to do, you have to get out. So do dough. So this is what he said. He had a nerve to put up a GoFundMe called "Help Me Move Out My Baby Mama House." That's what the fund is for. He's trying to raise $10,000. So far, 6 people have contributed, and he's only raised $145. Ain't that sad?
What happened? I missed it.
This guy was in a situation, I guess, with a girlfriend. He moved in with the girl, had a child, baby mama. They had a dispute, so she said, "Get out." That's wrong with most black brothers. They always want to move in with baby mama. Move in with her, so she said, "Get out, do dough." He had a nerve to put up a GoFundMe page to raise $10,000, and the fund is called "Help Me Move Out of My Baby Mama House."
So is he taking the baby with him?
I don't know if he's taking the baby with him, but he's trying to raise $10,000
to help him move out his baby mama's house.
Yes.
That girl Daniela need to take some notes.
$10,000.
Tony.
What kind of moving he doing if he needs $10,000 to move out the baby mama's house?
Okay. Tony,
you made a statement, and I don't know if it's just crazy, but it is a true statement that you made. I don't understand why that most men gotta move in the home with their chick. I don't understand that. And I don't understand if you do, why your name don't be added to nothing.
I'm gonna tell you why they do it. Most young men, that is, most young men move in with baby mamas because most baby mamas have Section 8 and housing, free housing, low income housing. So they only paying $10 a month for rent, first of all. So if you paying $10 a month for rent, I can move in with you and not have to pay no bills because you ain't got no bills. Because the state paying for this, the state paying for that. So we can live large on your food stamps and your check.
I'm glad
And I
I
can
know.
help, and I can continue to turn them into lettuce lips.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times they be digmatized, so the dick be so wonderful and so lovely that they're like, you can have all. What's that song? I don't know. What was that song about? You can have all my money. You can have all my. It was a man singing it, but it's the women that's doing it. You can take all my money, take my check.
You talking about T.I., you can have whatever you like, or you talking about something else?
I'm talking about an old song. You can have.
I'll pay your rent.
Yes. I'll buy your clothes, Babyface. I'll cook your dinner.
Yeah, that's Babyface.
No, that's as soon as I get home
Not
from work.
Whipper Pill. As soon as I get home, that's Babyface.
Show us the baby, Auntie. Oh.
Hey.
Why does Sam camera work? Let me see. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
It's again, baby.
Yes.
It's again, baby.
Yes, indeed.
Sam, please give me at the camera too.
ATL ho.
This nigga gone.
It's again, baby. Right there. Oh.
Hey, Miss Juicy. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry I'm so late. Hey, everybody.
Adrian said, really, how about get a job?
Huh? Really, how about get a job?
How about get a job?
That was the topic for today?
No, we were just talking about different clips I found on Instagram. Let's get into the question of the day. The question of the day is, can you have sex with someone in a different race as yours and still be prejudiced?
Of course. White men rape black women all throughout slavery. They love their pussy hole, but they love them as a human being.
Yep.
So could all of you on the panel, could you do it?
No, because I don't date outside my race. I've never been with anybody but a black man. So no, I couldn't. No.
And
I
you
don't
like
even drink white milk.
chocolate.
I don't even drink white milk.
Oh Jesus! Well, I've dated outside
I've
my
never been
race.
with anybody out my race.
I've dated outside my race, and I had to end it because I realized I was being fetishized. That person was only with me to fetishize me. That person was only with me. They didn't like the fact that I was black. They liked the fact that because it got ruined. And this is when I ain't gonna lie, when I was dating women, and it got ruined when she and I were having sex, and she said, "Oh yeah, give me that big black cock." I said, "Oh, that's it. I'm done."
But
that's the only reason.
But that's a form of prejudiceness.
Yeah.
But actually, anybody that you have sex with, anyone that anyone has sex with is a fetish.
Yeah, but that's when I realized that a lot of white women that get with black men, they only get with them for that. They may love them, there may be some love for them, but deep down they're gonna clash somewhere in their relationship because there's gonna be some where there'll be something going on racially, and she'll be so racially insensitive because he or she don't realize that they're being racially insensitive because they were raised in a white family, so they don't know that they're being racially insensitive. Sometimes they don't know they are. Sometimes they don't know their prejudice.
I mean, that can be true. But what I'm saying, as far as the fetish, everyone is somebody's fetish. If I only like, let's say, light skinned people with long hair and dreadlocks and gold teeth, that's still a fetish.
Wouldn't that be more of a preference?
Yep.
Like I prefer this instead of a fetish?
Right.
Same difference.
I think that's more of a
Fetish,
preference.
I think fetish takes it to a different weird little level.
Yes. Because you're fetishized. Because you could have hollered out anything else during sex, but the thing that you hollered out was, "I love that big black cock." Yeah, that was so. Like, why did that even have to be said? Why it couldn't have just been? Even though I hate that word cock, but why couldn't it have just been, "Oh yeah, that's some good cock"? Something, you know what I'm saying? Why did you have to say big black? Why did you have to put big black in front of it? Like, that's letting me know this pretty much like a microaggression. It was. It was a micro, because you're telling me.
Would you have felt better if they said little black cock?
No, I'm just saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I hate the word cop, but you could have just said cop,
It was the color.
and that would have been fine. Yeah, you didn't have to put the color in at all. The color didn't have to be put in at all.
Pillow talk. I don't think that was a fetish.
Yeah.
I just think that was pillow talk myself.
Ugh.
Because I didn't said that. Give me that big black dick. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think nothing but black men. So I don't think it's fetish. I just think it's nasty pillow talk.
It's nasty talk that makes the person work even harder.
Well, that made me get up and leave.
Well, partly because you ain't like women no way.
No way. So that just made it worse. You made it 10 times worse.
Now we talking about
You just made it 10 times worse.
Come on, damn.
Adrian said white people have been doing it for years. So what about you, Savage? Could you date outside of your race and still have a some type of prejudice towards the other race?
I don't really have a prejudice towards other races. I've dated outside of my race, but I didn't sleep with the guy. He was Italian, but he had a big girl fetish, a big black girl fetish. That's why we never made it to that part. But I think I could date without there being any prejudice. But it would have to be like a long dating before we got to that next level.
Right.
Nobody understands right now, but I'm just saying, if it ever occurs to that, it'd have to be like a long time of dating before we went to that next step.
Okay. I understand. Cool. Legacy, have you ever dated outside your race?
I just told you a story about what I did to the white girl.
What about the shitty kitty?
Yeah.
The shitty kitty.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make one on my girlfriend, but if I did do it again,
she could be a ski bucket.
I'm fucking her for every slave master that done ever hit a black man and a black woman with a belt. I'm trying to jig it in her neck. I'm trying to put it in between her ears and make her mama shit bricks.
Oh my.
Wait a minute. So you basically screwing for every ancestor. You getting her back for every power to the people, brother.
Yeah.
Right on.
Every stroke should be like a lashing.
So as you fucking, you just singing swing low.
Sweet.
No, I say, take this, you nasty white slut.
You awful.
You are
ridiculous.
So you are prejudiced. No, I'm just joking.
If you're just tuning in,
seriously.
You can't with him.
Hold on. If you're just tuning in, tonight's topic is it okay for your parents to party with their children? Is it
Damn.
okay for parents to party with their children? And it's so funny and ironic. When I first reached out to my designer who makes my flyers and thumbnails and everything for my show, I asked him, I said, you know, I need you. I usually I just give him the topic and I let him have free will on his creativity when he makes the flyers and the banners and thumbnails. So this is what he gave me at first.
That's the wrong party. Right. The wrong type of party.
Listen, that's
Yeah.
what you should have kept though, for real.
I said,
That would have been too cute.
I don't think that's the kind of party we was talking about. It's cute though, but that's not the kind of party we was talking about. Yes,
I love
that was
that.
good. Savage, do you have a letter today?
I'm on 45th in Australia. I'm not home yet.
You're not home yet? Okay. Well,
I'm on 45th in Australia, so if you can you can send it to somebody else to read if you can't wait.
hold on.
Tony,
You can send it to me, Tony. I'll read it. Send it to my email. It's no problem.
What were you saying, Legacy?
Sorry, y'all, because I ain't putting
Why
on
you
driving
doing-
her today.
Okay, Sam. Why we waiting on that, or you send it to Dunn Island? Show the video of the mom, the dad, and the daughter in the car.
The dad and daughter in the car.
That you sent to me.
I inboxed you my email, Tony.
I didn't download it.
Oh, okay.
I inboxed you my email, Tony.
Okay, hold on.
Mm. Auntie Adrian, why you looking like that?
Why am I what?
You just looking like you're contemplating. You're still beautiful though. Always
No,
beautiful.
I'm just this grandbaby, man. And let me tell you something. I love my grandbaby, but this motherfucker, he don't like to go to sleep. And he want to be held all night and stuff, and I love him, and I'm gonna hold him. Look at him, and he's sitting over here just as nice. How old
He's a
is he?
night owl, huh?
Say hi, Graham. Say, I said, Graham, baby.
Now, is it Apostle Below?
Yes, at gmail.com. Uh-huh. That's me. Woohoo. As soon as you send it to me, I'm gonna read it.
Graham, what you looking at?
Juicy, you look lovely tonight as well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
As always. It's a never fail thing with you. There you go. Got it.
That's what you do. And I think you're right, looking like she's 20.
All right. I got it, Tony. Oh, you want me to go on and read it, or you going to play the thing?
Hold on.
Okay.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrown@gmail.com.
Dear ATL family, happy belated Thanksgiving to you all. I am a young lady. I've been dating this guy for about a year now, and I really love him, and I feel that he loves me as well. Here's the issue. I have noticed every major holiday I do not spend with those quality moments with him, and when we do spend a holiday together, it is normally at the latter part of the evening and not with his family and friends. I'm starting to feel funny about this. Some say it is a woman's intuition or my gut feelings. But either way, I do not like this feeling. Do you think I'm being played for a fool? Or is it my imagination just running wild? ATL hoes, please help me with this one. What should I do? Signed, I need answers.
Well, Anyone want to go first?
Ain't no whole lot to that. He got a woman. That's all.
What if he's a businessman
He ain't no
and he got his
businessman.
money?
On
If
every
it was a
major holiday?
businessman, he ain't no businessman. Because if he was a businessman, he wouldn't have no problem saying it. Come on, y'all. Let's call a spade a spade. That man
I'm
got
with
another
you, Auntie.
woman. He got another woman. And he can only spend time with you in the latter part. And he don't take you around his family because his family, if they anything like me, they gonna say, "What you bringing my here for? Where's so and so?" I'm just saying, ain't no businessman. Because it was a businessman, she wouldn't be writing the ATL show. Because a businessman don't mind telling you he's working and making money.
On every
The
holiday
thing
though?
of the thing of it is, she didn't say that they were married, so she may be the side chick. That may be the whole thing. The whole thing of the. I like what Auntie Adrian saying. You may be the side, and the other
That's
person may be the
that
main.
that's
Lord
a
have
great
mercy.
that's a great look. That's a very good look. I don't know. I just for me, when in 1 year, in a year of me getting to know a chick, I don't think I'm if I'm not that serious or that locked in to a point of I'm looking to build. I'm just pulling her panties to the side, and we do this from time to time and hang out, and all that type of shit. Ain't nobody look. I ain't taking that chick right then in just a year around my family. I don't even know her myself. I'm just dropping nut on her face.
Not dropping.
Cordell, this is not my letter. I laughed because I had said he couldn't be like when he was like, "You're gonna run it." I thought he was gonna leave the image of her up instead of putting him on the screen. So I was just laughing at that. I've been in this situation before though,
But
but it's not my letter.
go ahead, Juicy. Tell them about it.
I've been in it 2 different ways. That's why I said it could be a businessman. One of them, I was a side chick. I realized in the end.
Exactly.
And so is
But then
she.
the other
She's
one,
a side chick too.
he was a businessman.
Yeah, but you knew
And
he was a businessman though, didn't you?
no, he said he was, but my insecurity had me thinking he wasn't, and I ended up ruining things because I didn't think he was.
Because you probably wasn't wrong.
Exactly.
You probably wasn't wrong. It wasn't your
It was
insecurity.
wrong. She just told you she was wrong.
And I said it again. You probably wasn't wrong. I heard what she said. Ain't nothing wrong with my hair and legacy.
Well, that don't mean you right, Miss Adrian.
And I didn't say that I was right. I said, and she probably
Don't
wasn't
try to make
wrong.
that man. Don't try to make that man no hoe.
I'm not
Don't try to
trying to
make that
make the
businessman
man
no hoe.
nothing. I'm not trying to make the man nothing. I'm just saying that a lot of times what women perceive as their as being insecurity is really intuition that they're just not in tune with. You know what? Let me get up for this and take my glasses off because I'm going to beat you hoes to
Get
death.
him, get him.
Let me tell you something. It is not a woman around that sleeps with a man and don't know her man fucking somebody else. We don't want to admit it, but we know. Ain't no man. Let me tell you something. That hoe that I used to be with, that ex-man that I was with for 7 years. I came home one night. He had been out with somebody else. He was in the bed. One thing about him, he never got in the bed fully dressed. Now he gonna always take a bath and do what he do. But he was so hot because that old him so good, he couldn't even take his motherfucking shoes off. And I didn't say nothing, but I could smell the bitch. And it didn't smell like pussy, but I know my perfume. I know my body wash, and he smelled like a whole nother bitch. But I tried to lie to myself and believe that it was something when I already don't no woman lay with a man, ain't no woman fuck with a man and not know when he fuck with somebody else. Maybe she don't want to admit it. You wasn't
Miss
wrong.
Adrian,
You wasn't
I
wrong.
understand you, Miss Adrian. But
That
ain't no woman intuition. Ain't no such thing, no woman intuition.
You just really want me to cuss you out,
Shut your
don't you?
simple ass up, Legacy. You so damn simple.
Nah,
You just simple.
he just want me to get to
Ain't
him.
no
I'm
Oh my
sorry, Legacy.
God.
I'm
He
sorry, Legacy.
begging for that. He
I gotta
begging
agree
for
with the
that.
I got to agree with the
Hey
ladies
sis,
on this.
hey
done this
sis,
shit.
read
There's no such thing
that
as no
midget
woman
for fever,
intuition.
sis. Sis,
That's
read
what
that
you want.
midget for
You want
fever.
me
It
to
ain't
read
no
them?
such thing as no woman intuition. You got woman
Yes, it is.
insecurity, but
Yes,
it
it
ain't
is.
no woman intuition.
Hold on. DeAndre Brown said, "Hey, Uncle Tony."
What's up, DeAndre? Nephew.
But I
Let me
believe
tell
there
you
is a
something.
such
It is
thing
a
as
such
woman's
thing as a woman's
intuition because they
intuition.
can feel.
You gotta, you know what? Sometimes I wonder about you, Legacy. You so hard on women. I wonder about you. Do you really like women or do you
They
really
don't
like
need it.
men? Because you so
Ain't
hard
nothing.
on
Listen,
women.
let me say,
You
Miss Adrian,
hate on women
Miss Adrian,
because you
Miss
really like
Adrian,
men.
Miss Adrian.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna say this to you.
I'm just
No, no,
saying
let
what
me
I
just say this to you.
go ahead
No,
say
no,
it.
let me just say this to you.
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
I
hold
don't
on,
think.
y'all. Hold
First of
on.
all,
Oh, Remedy said, "Legacy, sit down somewhere." Yes, it is. We always know.
ain't no such. Listen, Miss Adrian.
Uh-huh.
No matter what goes on this show, I'm not a disrespectful person. So I would like for you to understand to not disrespect me because ain't nothing out of the way about me. Just
How am I
because I
disrespecting
see
you?
stuff the way. Hold on. I let you say what you said.
Oh, I
I
struck a
let
nerve.
you say what you
Okay.
said. So
I
let
ain't
me say what I gotta
disrespecting.
say.
Go ahead, but I ain't
Yeah, just
disrespecting.
listen. I
I'm telling
never,
you, listen,
I never,
but you accuse me of something
I
that I'm
never
not
come
doing.
at you sideways. So don't
How was that
disrespect me,
coming
please.
sideways? How was that coming
I'm
sideways?
just saying, don't disrespect me.
And I'm
Don't
not
disrespect me.
disrespecting you. All I'm saying to
I'm
you is
telling
this.
you that
I'm
you
a,
disrespected me.
and I'm telling you that I didn't. I'm sorry you took it that way, but I wasn't
No, 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 no. I ain't
disrespecting you.
that. If
I was
I
giving
took
my
it some type of
opinion.
way,
I was
all
giving
I'm
my
saying
opinion
is
like you do,
okay.
like
But
you
I'm
do about
asking
women.
you not to disrespect me. Just don't disrespect me.
I didn't disrespect you. I can't help that you felt
I'm telling you. Listen, Miss
it. If
Adrian.
you felt it, that's your
Just don't.
problem.
I'm
That's
all
your
man
problem.
over here, and I don't play no games.
And I'm a grown woman over here and I don't play none either. But you say a lot of shit
Okay,
out your mouth
then we
about
there
women.
then. Then
No,
we're
we
there,
ain't
Lord.
done.
We're there.
Shut me up. You say a lot of sideways shit out your
I
mouth about women that I could find disrespectful or I could feel like was out the way. But I
But
don't
Miss
take it
Adrian, listen, I
personal.
can say, listen, I don't say nothing. I don't even know half of the people we talk about. So I don't take none of this personal.
I struck a nerve. And that's what it is.
No, you
Because
didn't. I'm just telling you, don't be disrespectful. Ain't no need in being disrespectful. No need. No, I'm not upset, sweetie. I'm not upset. I'm just telling you, don't disrespect me in any kind of way.
disrespect you.
Okay, well, I'm done with it then.
Stop talking about women. If you feel like
This my mouth.
going on with you and it keep and I feel like you stop.
Okay, and we're back. So
I was gonna say you put the wrong crew in the back. Hey,
Yeah.
so
Hi, everybody. Let's get to our subject.
no, decline.
What's good? What's good?
Let's get to our main subject.
Well, Auntie Adrian has logged off. Wow, that was
What happened to Juicy?
You know she'd be losing signal. She'll be back.
DeAndre said, "LOL." DeAndre said that was crazy.
Well, that was
That was crazy.
To say the least.
Let's move, baby.
so the answer to the question, like what you were asking me, part of my intuition on the first go round, I did pick up on it maybe a little bit too late. But the second one, I do firmly believe he was just being a businessman. Everything when situations
Exactly.
came up,
And Ms. Juicy,
and
every man ain't gonna be. Sometimes this is how it be for me. Sometimes sometimes women and men, sometimes when we done been through bad relationships, when certain things take place or certain things seem to be taking place or it looks familiar, we automatically assume that this is what's going on. And a lot of times it don't have to be that. It's just that sometimes insecurities cause us to do and act certain type of ways when, like you say, in your heart you knew that this person wasn't stepping out on you, but because of the hurt that you've already been through, you poured it out on him.
Right. And it was more like I had experienced it. So my antennas and my perception, I always say perception is everything. And once you experience something, how you perceive it, at that point, you've got a whole different image. And so when it came time to come into a relationship that might have been the relationship for me, it was a whole different caliber that I was dealing with. And he had things going and he was doing, and he had to be here, there, and everywhere on any occasion at any given point. And when I would be like, oh, but what about me? The answer would be so where I would be like, I felt bad for even questioning what about me, because at that point, the what about me was I should have been being patient. I should have been being understanding. I should have been trusting. I should have been just doing what I do because he was doing what he was doing. And there wasn't nothing wrong between us. Everything on our end was good.
Exactly.
He was doing what he had to do.
Sometimes I think in relationships with women is you require so much or you're expecting so much as far as attention, the focus on you. So I think sometimes if he's focused on business and getting that bag and making that money and making that coin, and if you're also focused on the same thing, you don't have time to realize that he's not focusing on me. And so that way, if you're both focused on building an empire, what happens is when the time does come around for you two to spend time together, it's so magical.
Yeah.
Where I found that was gonna work better, like that whole point you say, but then it came to me and I was like, and I brought it to his attention. Let's chase a bag together, because in my downtime when I'm wanting to do something, there's a connection. Let me take that energy of distrust and insecurity and redirect it towards getting the same amount of money. Let's get it together. And but I noticed that I didn't get brought into that picture that way. So then that started making me think, okay, he's about his money here and then his fun here, and he wants it separate. And so with the answer to the question that this lady has in this letter, you may be feeling about he's being a cheater, but in the same time, he just might like his cake and his ice cream, and he like his money and you when he had time for you. And that's something you might have to start to deal with. Do you want to be side chick to the job?
But listen, Miss Juicy, remember the clip Tony showed about Bill Gates and Bezos? When I guess this is why I say that it should be as what we say, Tony, God family finance in those orders, because when you talking about a person who's out there trying to make generational wealth, sometimes you may have
to your job. If that's what you chase, if that's what we chasing, generational wealth as your
so if we're chasing generational wealth, and if you look around, if people pick up a Jeff Bezos book or a Bill Gates book, you will read where he makes these statements where he says, in a week's time of chasing this money, where most people may get a total of maybe anywhere between, let's say the average person get about 6 hours of sleep a day. If you're talking about 5 days a week, so that's 30 hours of sleep in a week. You're talking about a man who's chasing millions of dollars. He may average about 18 to 20 hours of sleep in a week. So if he's going that hard to make sure that his family is set up for generational wealth, then he may not have but 2 or 3 days downtime where he can spend some time with his wife and his kids. And she should be comfortable enough in her own skin to know, hey, I see the results of what he's doing. I don't went from living this type of lifestyle to living this type of lifestyle. My kids don't have to want for nothing. My parents don't have to want for nothing. And it's all because of God and him. And especially when you're not one of those individuals that have to go out there and work. So when do you decide that, okay, this man cheating on me? Why? Because he can't spend a whole weekend with you. But at the end of the year, the man go and take your 30-day cruise and take you everywhere you want to go. But he don't have to put that time in. So why does it always have to be that because he got God, finance, and family in that order that he's a cheater, or your so-called woman intuition makes you insecure due to the fact that, and not you, Ms. Juice, I'm just talking in general, makes a person feel insecure that maybe he messing around on me.
Look, I wasn't gonna chop your head off.
I ain't worried about it. Go ahead, baby.
But you know what? Like you said, women like attention. And he knows that. Men know that. And so if it's a point of, you got God, whatever, him and job, you gotta, when you equally yoked, you is plural.
Right.
You and her is one. So if you feel you got time to smoke your cigar or go hang out with the fellas, then if you got 30 minutes to do, you got 15 with them and 15 with her. You got to put it in. If you have an expectation of her being in the gym, picking up your laundry, dry cleaning, making sure the kids has got their education and everything is squared away. But today, that lady in that letter, she ain't even got all that. So he asking for the most and doing the less.
Well, but listen, what did she say, Miss Juicy? She said
she didn't say
she loved
married.
him.
She loved him.
She didn't say none of that.
She said she loved him.
She said that they got a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I thought so she said she loved him too.
Yeah, so if all that is going on, and this is just y'all first year, let's say this is your first year. If you'd have told me that this man ain't took you around his family, y'all been together 3, 4, 5 years, and you ain't never been able to go to a family function, something might be wrong.
Now, but in the first year, he done been around her family.
Yeah. But if none of that has taken place, and in the first year you and this man ain't ready to bestow you upon his family, that doesn't necessarily mean that he cheating or he got something going on. He just ain't ready to cross that barrier yet. Because what he don't want to do is bring different women around his family back to back to back. It don't work with Tashima. Now I'm bringing Brittany. Brittany out of there. Now I'm bringing Ebony. He may not want to do that, so he's making sure before he go to bestow you upon his family that y'all relationship law.
So pause for a moment. Basically. If he don't want to bring her around, because I see this a lot too. Why do men want to come around? I get thrown at all the time. I got kids. Men will be like, "Well, I don't think you serious. You won't let me meet your children. What I need to let you meet my children for?"
Exactly.
And then I don't meet their children. But men good for that.
That is, you know what? I have to agree with you on that, Ms. Juicy.
I think the men should meet your children. I'm gonna tell you right, especially if you got young children, because children usually have a great discernment of foolishness, or if they're gonna like him or not like him. And you're a package deal. Mm-hmm. It's not you love me and not my kids. You gotta love me and the kids. So I want you to meet my school age kids and see if you like them. Because if you don't, then there's no us. Because we're a package.
Right.
I can't be in a relationship with you and you're not like my children. You know what I'm saying? Plain as day. So I think the man should meet your children.
I not right off like though. When the man don't want me to meet his children, but be trying to meet mine, then I look at it. That is a red flag to me. Like what you say, he don't want me around the kids because they gonna say something Adrian said that'd be a red flag to me at that point. You want to meet my children, but I don't know yours. What's wrong with your kids? They
The
on
meeting
Ripley.
could be all at the same time if need be. We could meet at a restaurant.
Yeah. Yep. It shouldn't be a rush thing, Juicy. But if you and this man been seeing each other 6 months to a year, and you done already let him play with your lettuce box, you might as well, have a dinner date where everybody go on a picnic and get to see, like Tony say, because you are not really gonna know how this man is with kids until he's with your kids, really. Because some people are funny about,
If you can trust the man in your lettuce box, you can trust him with your kids. Because your lettuce box is your kids' house, first house.
Right. Amen.
Touchdown! There you go, Miss Joseph.
We've reached the halfway point of our show, and again, if you're just tuning in, is it okay for parents to party with their children? It's a topic that we're going to go into. But before we go into tonight's topic, let's show you this commercial.
D-Low Notary Service. Donnell & Lowe is your personal notary public, serving the Dallas area. You can call 214-962-8275, or you can call the office at 682-200-9345. If you have any other inquiries, you can email dlownotaryservice1@gmail.com. Once again, that's D-Low's Notary Service. Donnell & Lowe is your personal notary public. Any notary duties that you need done, he will be able to get it done. D-Low's Notary Service. Check it out.
Not only is Donnell the notary, and he's killing the game over there in the Texas area, he also is a YouTuber and has a show that comes on every Monday and Wednesday nights called The Chill Zone.
Yes, sir.
Check this out.
WTCZ Music Box Radio in The Chill Zone every Monday and Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find it on YouTube at D-Lo Productions. Once again, that's YouTube. Look up D-Lo Productions. We play the best in R&B, rhythm and blues, oldies, favorites. And there's a request line, 682-200-9345. Once again, that is WTCZ Music Box Radio in the Chill Zone with your host, D-Lo. Every Monday and Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check it out.
Hey. Tune into D-Lo on Mondays and Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he's playing the best R&B, hip-hop music. Everything from the old school up until new school. And he played the jams that have you rocking from the time you start to the time he ends. And you have special guests, you have interviews, great conversations. So it's definitely very entertaining, and I advise anybody, definitely tune into his show. And when you do, definitely the subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. But it's every Monday and Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Tony. We've had such great guests. I've had Auntie Adrian on. I've had Legacy co-host. I've had T Savage the co-host before, and I'm gonna be asking all of them back because they do a wonderful job. And Legacy did an excellent job this past Wednesday.
Legacy and T Savage showed out.
T Savage showed out. Auntie Adrian showed. They just did a wonderful job. So I've been trying to get you to come on, but you don't want to.
And we'll be back after this commercial.
The Anthony Brown Show and the ATL Show now have merchandise available for purchase. You can purchase your merchandise at the link located in the description section below the video. We have male and female shirts, male and female tank tops, jerseys, hoodies, and onesies for your infants. Yes, everything you need in apparel, we have it here. The Anthony Brown Show, along with the ATL Show. The ATL Show shirts proudly say we are the blueprint, and the Anthony Brown shirts grind until you shine. Get yours today.
All right, I love that.
I just want everybody also to reach out to AJ. She is awesome. She's a tarot card reader, and she is phenomenal and very gifted with what she does. She has come on the show sporadically, and she has did impromptu reading for the cast members here, and she was dead on. She was on point with what she was saying, and we all was blown away. Her prices are very reasonable. She takes payment through Cash App. You pay her, then she can give you the reading over the phone. And she's awesome. So I advise anyone, definitely reach out to AJ. The number is 561-932-7934. And just tell her that the ATL crew sent you. Also, I just want to remind everybody that we here at the ATL Show and the Anthony Brown Show, we have hit 5,000 subscribers. We reached our first milestone. That was the goal that I had was to reach 5,000, and we've done just that. So now we're on our road to 10,000. So definitely, if you're new watching the show, please click the subscribe button and share this with all of your friends and family so they too can come to join and see what's going on over here with the craziness on the ATL Show. And also, we're almost at our 100 shows. So we're going to have our 1-year anniversary. I think it's next week. And we're going to do a 1-year anniversary show. So in our 1-year anniversary, we've also done 100 shows.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There we have it. So, anywho, tonight's topic, again, is it okay for parents to party with their children? Let's get into it. What do you guys think? I personally say hell to the no. I was raised, and my mom was like, oh no, we're not partying together. We're not hanging out together. We're not clubbing together. We're not smoking weed together. We're not drinking together. You know, because one thing for sure, two things for certain is what my mom's philosophy is the children tend to lose respect for the adult, the parent. So they no longer see them or value them as a parent. They now see them as, oh, you're my friend. And because you're my friend, I could cuss in front of you. I could smoke weed. You know, I could say and do things that I could only do in front of my homeboys or my homegirls, or and then when it comes to disciplining them, they're looking at you like, who are you talking to? You know, because once again, they no longer see you or value you as the parent. And that's just my opinion, and that's how I was raised. I'm very old school and everything, and let me hear what y'all got to say.
Well, I was raised a little differently, so I don't know about that, but I wouldn't do it. But when I was younger, it was, I was still being abused, but I think because my mom didn't have anybody, I was her hanging partner. I was the one. I started drinking at an early age. About 9 or 10. Not gonna lie, because she would put on records and we would party, we would drink, and I started smoking at an early age because she didn't have anybody else to hang out with. There was no other friends or nothing else that she had, but that was in the privacy of our home. But as far as partying, going out and stuff like that with me, no, that wasn't something that she ever did. Would I ever do it? I have. My oldest daughter, I have. We have gone out together because I would rather you be with me and I keep you safe and I can see what you're doing and I can see what's going on and because my oldest daughter, she's also LGBT like me, and I know the LGBT life and lifestyle. And I know there's some shady things in the straight life, but there's some shady things in the LGBT life. And I wanted to shield her from some of those things. So yes, a lot of times we did party together. We certainly did. Like when she got older, yeah, I did go with her. But smoke and drink, no. That one thing. If I smoke, that's in the privacy of my home. I would never do that around her. I would never drink around her. But did we party together? Yeah, because you got to remember, I'm a young parent. She was 14 when I was 14 when she was born. So, I guess I was on that thing of, okay, I'm your parent, but I'm kind of your friend too, or your home. But the crazy thing is, even though we partied together, she still does have all the utmost respect for me. She doesn't she's never slipped up and called me by my first name. She's never, talked to me like I'm her homie. She's never talked to me like I'm on road dog. She says, Dad, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, okay, sir, yes, Dad, okay, blah, blah, blah. So that didn't change our dynamic. So if you do it in a way that is respectful when they get older, I think there's no problem, especially if you want to see. Okay, I want to see where you hang. I want to see where you go. When you leave my presence, where are you going? Where are you hanging? Let me come with you, because I want to see.
Now, I have a problem with that because even as a parent, you can't cuddle and protect them 100%. The Bible says, bring up a child in the way they must grow, so when they grow old, they won't depart. So if you're bringing them up in the right way and teaching them right from wrong and the ways of life, you don't need to be there. They're gonna do what's right, whether you're there or not, because it's instilled in them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember even my nieces and nephews growing up as children, they were grown and they still wouldn't curse in front of me. Or if their homeboys and homegirls was with them and they cursed, they would stop them. Oh, don't say that. That's my Uncle Tony standing right there. So, and that was just how I raised them. So I understand you're trying to shield them and protect them, but at what point do you stop being the parent? And well, you never stop being the parent. But what point do you let them go from underneath your wing and let them be themselves?
You know what? That is true. That is true. It's just, I guess, because of my fears and the fact that she was born so early in my life that I just felt like I had to be her protector because she was born so early on in my life. Me being so young when she was born, I've always felt like I had to be her protector. You know what I'm saying? I had to be her shield.
Could that possibly be some of, not to get in your personal life, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm an open book. But could that be also some of your guilt dealing with what you went through with your mom being abusive?
I think that's what it was too. Yes, I 100% think that's what it was. I don't think I know. That's what it was. I felt like I have to shield my daughter from everybody. I have to shoot. This is my oldest. This is my firstborn. She was born when I was little, when I was young, when I was a kid. I had a kid when I was a kid. So I felt like I had to be her strong box. Daddy got to be your strong box. Daddy got to protect you from this. Daddy got to protect you. Daddy got to protect you from this. Daddy got to protect you from that. Because if Daddy don't protect you, the big bad. Basically, I felt like the big bad wolf would come along and swoop out of the sky. And then especially when I found out that she was Especially when I found out that she was, she came out and she was like, "Dad, I'm the same thing you are." I was like, "What do you mean I'm the same thing?" She's like, "I'm a lesbian. I'm gay." I was like, "Oh, okay. What did you think I was gonna say?" And she's like, "No." I was like, because I know. Can I be honest? And I'm not being rude. I know how abusive a lot of. Can I say that? And I'm not offending any. I don't want to offend any lesbians. I know how abusive a lot of lesbian relationships are because they have a lot of domestic violence in lesbian relationships, and so I wanted to shield her from.
That's an understatement there.
Yeah, it's the truth, but it's the truth, isn't it? Isn't it, Onion? There's a lot
It's
of
an
domestic violence in
understatement.
lesbian relationships.
It's more. I'm sure it's more violence in lesbian relationships than it is in heterosexual
It
relationships
is.
any day. Because
Yes,
it's two
women.
women
Mm-hmm.
and that women are catty. I don't care how studied you are, you feel a female on the inside, you get catty. Just
Right.
like you got hormones, your partner got hormones. And they be out of whack
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. At least once
Right.
a month.
Right.
So
And
yeah.
right. And don't be done sunk up. Don't be done synced up. And both y'all periods on the
That'd
same
be the worst.
same.
That's a real cat fight right there. Somebody call it
Hey.
911 for backup.
Okay.
Right.
Please
And
call
then
911.
what? Yeah.
You
And then
know
on
what's
top of
going
that,
on.
I knew my daughter liked to date studs because she's very feminine. She's very ladylike. And she likes studs. She don't like other feminine girls. And so I felt like I had to be, because I knew more than her about this lifestyle, I had to be protective of my little girl when it comes to studs.
You thought you had.
Huh?
You thought you had.
How old is she, Don?
She's Lord, my baby about to be 30. Lord. Oh, very soon. Oh God, I'm old.
I was blessed with my daughter. She turned 21 this year, and we were at that time in a hotel that the bar at the hotel had happy hour. You get 2 free drinks if you're 21 per person. So we had an opportunity every night of the week to go to the bar if we wanted to and try the drinks. And together we were able to do it so that for me, I could talk to her about the drink. She could see how she felt with the alcohol. It's her first time drinking and doing. So it was an experience that she could step out and be comfortable and feel safe that if she got intoxicated, she was there with someone who wasn't going to take advantage of her.
Yes.
I had that same feeling like you had. And it wasn't about overprotecting. It was to me a blessing that God put us in that position that I could be there for her in that journey when she wants to see what liquor and stuff is about. Now, a lot of people look at how I brought my kids up and they try to say like maybe like I sheltered. I let them be how they want to be, but I also told them when they wanted to go do things, this is what usually happens in these settings. Do you want to do it? And when they've gone and taken the chance to see what it's about and on their own discernment been like, nah, that ain't for me. So for her to be at this age where she can drink and it's a choice on her own, whether, liquor been in my house, it's always in my house. I'm not a lush. I have a bottle for years, but I like to have liquor around in case I want to drink. And so my kids can have it anytime they can go and drink. They ain't never been restricted because I'm not the one that like, don't be drinking that stuff. But they knew not to drink because they weren't. And when she started tasting it and liking it, it was good for us to be able to do it together. Going out and partying,
Well, check this
I
out.
feel like I would do that too. Go ahead.
Well, this was such a great topic. This was such a great topic. We had Legacy to take it to the streets and go out and interview people one-on-one. And we're going to see what the people in the streets have to say. So this is Legacy. The segment is called Legacy Taking It to the Streets. Live in the streets.
What it is, everybody, what it is. Can y'all hear me?
What
Yeah, we can hear you.
What it is. It's a little slow out here right now. I gotta wait till I get some people to come out and start walking around out here. But right now I don't have anybody. It's a little slow out here right now. So as a matter of fact, I got somebody.
Are you at the
How you
club?
doing, sir? No, I got a question for you, right? I got a podcast called the ATL Show, right? And this is what we're doing right here, right now. Let them know, say, ATL, ho. What's up, ATL? But check this out, I got a question for you. You got children? Okay. As a father, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, as a father, how many kids you have? Got 3. They grown. Do you think it's okay for a parent to hang out in the club and party with their children in a club scene?
Well, me personally, I mean, that's just I try to go with what I feel.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. I try not to judge.
Okay.
If somebody else want to do that, that's cool. Me personally, I don't do it because I feel that respect and that boundary line got to be there.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So, me personally, I don't think it's right.
So you're not going to the club. Your daughter over there shaking her ass, and you over there getting on some ass.
No, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm definitely not going for that. Cause I got a 9-year-old and she better not shake it nowhere.
And just so happen if I walk in there, then guess what?
I gotta go.
Somebody got to leave.
You better believe.
One of us got to go.
Anybody got a question for this gentleman? All right, before you leave, my man, we appreciate your participation. Let the world know. ATL, ho. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, well, we got one that, he don't judge nobody, but at the same time, he ain't being in the vicinity with his kids.
Exactly.
All day because I ain't partying with mine. I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it at all.
Nope.
Oh, man. Hold on. Excuse me, gentlemen, ladies. I got a question running a podcast show. All right, my man. I know for me, having kids, I ain't never going in a place where my kids at and do nothing with them. I applaud Juicy for being able to have that golf to be able to say, I sat, and made sure that my daughter and John Allen wasn't taken advantage of and drinking and all of this and that. But for me, when my kids get of age in which they are, and they get to a point to where they're legal to drink, there's nothing. I don't want to be around my sons and around while they enjoying themselves. You can't. My kids ain't gonna pick up a bottle or pick up no cup with no look in it, and me willingly knowing that that's what's going on. And hey, Dad, I'm finna pour me up another one. Now, that's just not who I am. I'm 23 at this second in my life, and I've never picked up a bottle or a cup of anything and drunk it around my mama. I just wasn't raised that way.
I think that it also has to go to the transparency of the parent and the person. My mother is a AA, a non-alcoholic. She go to meetings and she got sobriety of like 30, 40 something years. However, she went to the bar with her twins, me and my twin brother, and bought us drinks for our 33rd birthday. Blew my mind out the water because this lady is gung-ho about no liquor, but she had matured to a point where in her mind it wasn't the control of a parent, it was the accepting of an individual and seeing us for who we were and knowing that we can be the capacity that we were and she was in hers, and we still mutually respected and loved each other. There was no disrespect. I don't think that me going out with my daughter, she's going to do anything disrespectful.
Juicy.
And I don't perform disrespectful.
Miss Juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Not to cut you off, we got another person participating in the show right now. And this gentleman right here, how you doing tonight, sir? Chilling. So, as I asked you the question, do you think it's okay for you and your daughter to be in the club, or you and your daughter riding to the club together, y'all going to the same club, passing the blunt with each other, getting off the same bottle?
Yeah, we going to the club just to hang out, but
You talking about like her dad?
Yeah, she over there, she dropping it and
Or his
everything.
son, or his son, or his
Hold
son.
on. Tell her.
We ain't doing all that.
She can't do no dancing and dropping it like it's hot.
No, I'm dropping like it's hot.
What about with his son?
Okay. What if yeah, you gonna knock on to the ground, ain't you? But what if you had a son that was 21 and you and him hanging out? It's okay for you and your son to hang out? Y'all in the club together? At the strip club?
See?
Feeling on that fat
See?
pussy?
Sir,
Go get that thing!
sir, what?
Man, my man,
Why the
I
double
appreciate
standard?
I'm trying to ask you. So why
Why the
the
double
double
standard?
why the double standard? Why you can hang out with your son and do all of that there, but you can't do the same thing with your daughter?
I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it just feels weird. It just feels wrong.
Yeah, it do.
It just feels wrong.
Niggas, you might see she over there across the way. You look around and nigga got his hand in the crack of her ass.
Yeah, man, I can't fight that.
See, that's when they scared of that karma, what they used to do to them women in the club.
My man, I appreciate the participation. Let the world know ATL host. Hold on for a minute, y'all.
Who that?
It just don't seem right.
No, it's a show.
That's when
Tell them say ATL
Oh,
host.
you were going ATL.
Soda, y'all heard my man?
Yeah.
My man.
he occupied on his phone call.
Yeah. Podcast.
I don't like when you wear your headphones. You got so much movement going on. Where your mic at? Tuck your mic inside your mask so we can hear the wind.
Can you hear me? Well, I mean, it's kind of windy, but can you hear me better now?
Right, that's what I say. Put it in your mask and it'll be less
your mic is
wind.
rubbing against something, so that's why we hear.
Hold on, let
Yeah,
me
so
go
put
get
it.
him then. Let me go get him. I gotta go out here. Y'all got me out here working. I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Can y'all hear me better?
Yes.
A whole lot
All right.
better.
Excuse me. Good question, big dog. My name is Legacy from the ATL show. That's me right here. And this our podcast, my man. Got a question for you. You got any kids? You got seven? You got any adult kids? Okay. You got a daughter or a son? You got a daughter that's 21. You and your daughter can go hang out in the club and party together? Okay, tell them what it depends on. Okay.
The atmosphere.
Strip club, you can go to the strip club with your daughter. Okay, let's say you and your daughter hanging out and y'all in on, let's say, what's the club y'all like to go to now?
Will he not go to the strip club with his daughter because of the way he performs at the strip club, or because it's a strip club?
He says take one. So let's say you and your daughter go to the strip club, y'all riding together to the club. Y'all gonna hang out. So when she in the strip club, I mean not strip club, when she'll take one, and y'all out there so she can go over there and mingle with the men, and you know what I'm saying, niggas rubbing all on her and stuff. Okay. So you
got that relationship where she's gonna hang out and enjoy herself. Like if she was my wife, she's gonna hang out and enjoy herself.
Okay. Honest opinion.
Hold
on 1 second.
So if you're hanging out with your daughter, do you fear that she would no longer see you as her father, but now as her friend?
Okay, they want to know that by you hanging out with your daughter like that, they want to know, do you think that by hanging out with your daughter like that, do you think that takes away and makes her look at you more of a friend than a dad, or does that draw the relationship closer?
My daughter, she's real picky. Like, I done it before with her, and she'll be like, "Nah, Dad, I don't like this club because there's too much smoke. It's not her comfort zone." So after that first episode, she's like, "Nah, Dad, I don't want to hang out at no strip club because that's not her." Okay. Smoking her getting fogged up, she don't like that. So that's not her comfort zone. She don't like hanging out.
Gotcha. Well, man, I'm not gonna hold you up. I know you and your lovely wife got to get out of here, but let me tell you something. When we leave here tonight, let the world know. ATL, ho. ATL, ho. You for sure, for sure. We thank you. We thank you. You mind if I ask your wife? All right. Well, let them know. Let them know. ATL, ho. Yeah. Thank y'all. So we got somebody that said that hanging out.
You gotta get that mic.
Hold your
Okay, hold
microphone.
on.
Hold your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, when you hold your microphone, it's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay. Well, we got someone that feel like hanging out with his kid. As long as she carry herself, and this is from a father. As long as she carry herself in a respectful way, and respect the fact that she's out with her father and not just out with her homeboys and things, where she could be a little loose. That
She
he
got
don't have a
enough
problem with it.
fun if her daddy there.
I mean, some dads don't be watching. They doing their own thing. All right. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta keep moving. See if I can catch people. They out here busy.
I remember when I used to go out. I was 18, and someone who I considered my uncle was in the club with me. And the first time I saw him, I'm like, "What he doing in here? Because this ain't his crowd." But then at the same time, I went up to him the second time, and I was like, "I'm glad you're here." So if I felt like something go wrong, I had somebody in my corner that was
Right.
there. And every time I went out, I looked to see, like, okay, you here, good, I'm here too. I go do my thing, but he was in the building, and it made me comfortable with partying. But I always used to go out by myself, so it'd be like I'm by myself. I know someone else is here. I'm not alone.
Seriously,
So I
let me
mean,
tell you,
mhm.
let me tell you what I've heard people say. I've had people that say, going out like that, and they have been, because they have now went into an adult club, that they found out that, especially women, that the same people that they looked upon as uncles and cousins, now seeing their real figure and things of that nature because they out hanging. Listen. This is my podcast, y'all. Tell them what it is. Say ATL, ho.
Oh, ATL, ho.
Yeah. I got a question for you, D. I got a question for you. Check it. If you had a older, hold on, make sure, a daughter that was 21 or a son that was 21, do you think if you had a daughter that was 21 that you can hang out in the club with her?
Or the son, a child, just say a child.
Hold on, tell them. So you can't hang out in the club with your daughter that's 21?
Any child, male or female, doesn't have to be a
What
daughter.
about your son?
Hold on. I'm finna ask him about his son. Well, what if you had a son that was that age?
No, I mean, I don't really want to engage me to that, you know what I'm saying, to turn me to that type of lifestyle, man. I'd rather do something positive with it.
For sure. So you just ain't hanging out with your kids in no club at all?
Nah, man. None of that. I'd rather go to a football game or something.
For sure. I know you, AD. I know you got to go out there and get this money, baby. But before you go, let the world know. ATL, ho. You know it. Hold on. There
He
you
getting
go.
away there kind of quick.
Listen, I got a question for you. I got a question. This is a podcast. These my co-workers and things. Listen, I got a question. You got kids? Yeah. Check it. Do you think that you can go out and party in the club with your children?
With my kids?
Yeah.
For sure. No problem.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
They say that they ain't got no problem hanging out in the club with their children.
And paying for them to get buck wild too.
Let's
Ask him,
just
do he buy the bar?
a nice
Like
club.
a nice club.
Yeah, nice club.
Yeah.
Ask him, do he buy the bar?
With my daughter, I go out and I smoke,
You do what?
You look like your daughter.
look at that.
You look like you.
All right, before you go, tell them, say ATL, ho. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Do your thing. Do your thing. We still out here in the raw, baby. Out here trying to get everybody out here to get their opinions on it. it's a sideways thing. We got some that's okay. We got some that say hell no. Again, I say hell no. Tell them D, hell no. Yeah.
But that guy right there, I want to know if he don't want to bring his child into that life. Why is he living that life?
Hold on. You see that lady right there? You see that's Miss Juicy right there, right? She said she want to know if you don't want to bring your children around and be in that type of atmosphere lifestyle, why are you in it?
I ain't in it. I just answered your question.
He say he ain't in it. He just answered your question.
I live into him. I look like the club. I really make the club.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Tell
That's
him
my
how
dog right
political.
there. Salute,
How
dog.
political.
Say what, Juicy? What you say, Juicy?
How political.
We gotta answer the way it need to be answered, baby. That's the only way. That is the only way. I'm steady strolling, y'all, trying to. Well, did y'all just see the lady just come and just jump? But she damn near yanked my short ass to the ground.
Okay.
I don't think you have that far to go though.
I had a long way to go compared to her, man. And Juicy, you 5'2", so don't talk about nobody got that far to go. If you lift your knee up, it's to your chin.
Listen, cut it out.
You are in the literal sense
Cut it out.
Chicken Little. You are the real Chicken Little.
Look, I'm gonna do you like you did. I tell you, don't you disrespect me.
Don't be disrespectful. Oh man. Oh man. So I'm steady moving. Oh man. Hey Sarge. How you doing,
Good. How are you?
Good. I know. Tell everybody I say that's one of the finest right here, Riviera Beach. ATL, baby.
What's going on?
I'm doing good. Running my podcast.
Hey, baby. Hi, everybody.
Got another one. Y'all know what you want to say. It's Riviera Beach finest, baby. All right. Yeah, I got a question.
Ask the officer the question.
Hold on, Tony.
Ask the officer the question.
I'm
Or
about
ask
to
them how many mother
I
and
might not
daughter,
answer.
father and son do they arrest a night at Saturday nights?
Oh Lord. What's going on? Listen, Sarge.
What?
You got any kids?
Oh, hell no. Just a bonus child from my family.
Okay, well check
He's an
this.
adult.
Got you. That's good. Do you think if you went out to a club and you are having a good time and your son comes into the club, are you partying with your son?
No.
You're gonna leave?
He can leave.
So you're gonna make him leave?
That's correct.
What about if he had a daughter?
He can leave.
What if it was your daughter?
Even though he's an adult.
I need my time. My time is my time.
Her time is her time. So
Right.
therefore, when she's
I'm not their friend. I'm their parent.
that's right. Well,
And I'm still their parent to the time that they're 100 and if I'm 120. I'm their parent. I'm not there to party with them. They can find another club. And they better be of age.
that's right. So
And if they ain't of age, we're going to have a whole new problem.
listen, y'all, that's the boss lady of Riviera Beach, Sergeant Snyder. She do not play at all. We appreciate it.
That was when I was a child. My baby.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
That I'm partying at? Well, first of all, I wouldn't be at a club party if my kid was under the age, because I'd be at home with my kids. But if they happen to come in the club when I'm partying, because maybe it's my night off, and they're 18, 19 years old or 17, they better hope I don't catch them.
Can he party with you if he can get in the club?
What if he's 21?
Y'all be safe. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I sure ain't waiting until my child 21 before I party.
Ain't nobody going for that. Boss man, could I borrow about 5 minutes of your time? I don't want no money. I can run my podcast. ATL show. Got a question for you. You got kids? Kids grown? Okay. You got one that's grown? Can you hang out in the club with your daughter?
Hell no.
So she can't party with you? What about if you had a 21-year-old son?
That's girl, you know, different. You gotta make sure
Oh my God, that's so lopsided.
What if you went in the club and you ain't know your daughter was there?
I got to leave.
And you got to leave?
Sorry, I got to go. I can't party with them.
One thing before you go, my man. Tell the world, say, ATL, ho.
ATL, ho.
You know it. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate it. Ain't nobody going for that. But one person.
Nah, it was more than one.
It might have was two dudes, and that's about the most.
It was three.
I still got a little bit.
Hold your
I need you
microphone,
to hold your mic.
That ain't me. I got my mic. It ain't me.
Whew. Well, don't breathe hard.
Just hold your breath.
Hold on,
Don't
now.
walk so fast.
You want me to hold my breath? God dang.
Breathe through your nose.
Breathe through your left ear.
Y'all crazy. I don't know, man. This people don't, like I said, I got a 24-year-old, and I ain't never hanging out with my son unless we might be in like a barbecue or something like that. Yeah, I might, we can do a little something then. But far as going out there, man, and just being helping to pour it up, nah, I ain't with it. And that's me as my. But I will go to a strip club with my son.
What about your daughter?
Hell no.
Why not?
That's so lopsided. That's so one-sided, Legacy.
Well, hold on.
That's that male. That's that male
Take strip
patriarchy
club.
crap. Yeah, that's what that is. That's lopsided.
Listen. Listen. Everybody has their own opinion. Nobody's saying that if Juicy decided to have a drink with her daughter, that she's wrong. Or if you decided to do it, that you're wrong. Everybody has their own opinion on things and the way that they want to do things.
I didn't say one's right or wrong. I just said if you do it for the son, why wouldn't you do it for the daughter?
I'm just not comfortable with doing that with my daughter.
Y'all got to get a better relationship then.
Me and my daughter have a perfect relationship. I'm just not doing that with my daughter.
You don't trust the way you would react to the way the men would react to her?
It's not even that. I'm just not going to ever be in the same vicinity of her being at a club. That's just something I don't want to do. I'm not going to a club with my son, but I don't have a problem going to a strip club watching ass with my son.
Wait. Say that again.
I'm going to try it again. I don't have a problem going to a strip club, me and my sons, and we're watching ass, shaking ass in our face. I don't have a problem with that.
But you can't go to a regular club with him.
No, I can't do that. I'm not going to a regular club with the boys either. Because if something pop off and they get into it, I'm getting into it. So I'm not going to have myself in a situation to where.
So wait. So the club setting is not your forte. You prefer strip clubs.
I've done all of it. So it's not that I have a forte. I've mastered all of that. So it's not that, I just got to be in the strip club. I'm just not going in a regular club with my child.
But something could pop off at the strip club.
then I'm okay with that. But that's the only atmosphere that it's gonna take place in. But I'm not going to the strip club with Naya.
Put
Right. All the
allegedly up
aunties.
there, Anthony.
All the aunties looking at you. All the aunties
Put
looking at you with
allegedly
that
up there.
face. Yeah, all the aunties looking at you with that face. Like,
That was a
really?
good one, Tony. That was a good one. I appreciate you, my man. Catch one more before I get up out of here. I hear you got to be careful. You got to be real careful. You got to be masked up, prayed up, and all of that when you're out here. Tony, come on out here and join me out here in this ATL world.
You got to have on the whole armor of God.
Definitely.
I thought you was about to get in your car.
Crazy. Not yet. I'm gonna try to get one more person.
Yeah, read the message.
Savage ain't made it home yet?
Yeah, I'm here. Legacy was doing all the talking. I didn't want to interrupt his interviews.
Thank you for being so sweet, Savage.
Anytime, Half Pint. Anytime.
Savage, when you coming to get that stuff out my truck?
I'm gonna talk to you off the air.
How's Tiana?
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, how is
Okay, you're
Tam?
not finding nobody.
I called him.
That ain't stopping y'all from talking.
I called Tim right before the show. I didn't get an answer.
I didn't know if anyone heard me. Thank you.
Because I figured maybe she was asleep or hadn't waken up, so that's why I called. Like I said, I didn't get an answer.
So while he's looking for someone, I have a question for you all. My kids were homeschooled, and then I had one who went to high school, and then he was in high school in Topeka, so it was a little different. Now that we back on the East Coast, Washington D.C., the high school basketball game, when they warming up and stuff, is it like I'm just old fashioned, but we got cuss words and all this in the songs now, and that's okay for high school games?
Absolutely, they don't care anymore.
They don't care anymore, really. Wow.
Yeah, because they even nowadays even the coaches cuss at the kids and call them all kind of names and stuff. They don't care what they feel is motivation. They feel that that's motivating them. Oh, you want to act like a little sissy little girl, da 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 da. Oh, you a little punk, da da. They feel that they're motivating the kids. That's motivation. If I call you that, to them it's derogatory. So if I call you that, it's gonna make you get out there because you don't want to be seen as that. So yeah, that's what they do nowadays. It ain't the same as when we were growing up. Just
it made me go back to say when you were saying what couple shows we had, Legacy was saying, what about our kids? Then that's another way we just constantly failing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this, that I played all sports, and I was wonderful at them. I have had coaches from me playing in little league football, middle school football. No, except for that, I swimmed and everything.
Hockey?
But,
Hockey?
They didn't have that in South Georgia.
Oh. Soccer?
They didn't have that. But Now what I will say is, growing up in South Georgia, if you played soccer, you was looked upon as soft, but every other sport you was looked upon as, a gladiator or whatever. But all through those little league, middle school, high school, and off to college when I played ball, I've been cursed at since I was a 6-year-old. So coaches cursing and things like that, I ain't never finna get mad at now coach for cussing my son playing football. Never, because sometimes that's needed. So if you feel like because you curse at your children. So if a coach grab my son and say, "Come on, man, get your ass in there and do what you got to do," I am not mad at him for telling my son that. What has also happened, parents have
Well,
become
I'm different because
often.
I've never cussed at my children, so that's totally different.
Now
So I
I've
would be
done
I would be upset about that. I don't cuss at my kids. I think
I've
I've
done
been
it.
cussing my kid one
I'm with
time
you, God, now.
ever in my life.
If I don't cuss at my kids,
Yeah, you're
then
not gonna do it
you
either.
don't cuss at them.
Yeah, you're not gonna talk to my kids like that, and I don't talk to my kids like
Now,
So
I didn't
so
curse at my daughter till she turned about 15. When she got in that big incident, I had to give her the business.
that. Right.
I had to give it to her. But before then, I ain't cussed at her.
I think there's leagues like Upward for those who don't get cussed at, and then there's AAU basketball where they gonna ball till they fall. That's something different than while they're playing the warm up song, you hearing about hit in front of back and blow the back out. And then the chorus is talking about F this, F that. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about the coach. I'm talking about the entertainment that is going on for us to listen to while they're warming up. They make clean versions of these songs. Splat Pack was on WWE, Scrub the Ground. They make clean versions of these songs that can be played.
Honestly, Juicy, it's up to the parents to come together and say, hey, we have a problem with this, to see a change in that particular area. Because most parents don't care about stuff like that. But since you want that care, get you a couple of them that care with you. And then y'all go to the people and tell them about it. Because you can still, like you said, get that same warm up, but with clean music, it ain't got to be cuss words. Like today, when my kids did work, they want to listen to music, which is fine. They want to hear the cussing, not up in here. I'm trying to keep my career. I put type in clean. Not up in here where you be listening to them 50 words. Huh?
Yeah.
Savage.
Yes.
And Juicy. Juicy,
Yes.
have you went to your son and asked him how do he feel about the music that's being played?
Well, you know what? He listened to that kind of music, so he ain't gonna have a problem with it.
Yep.
My thought
I hear it all the time.
in his headphones and the high school, this game got they little brothers, they little cousins now around. I'm like, you can listen to it, but don't put it on for your little brother to hear. Don't take their ears because you want to put your mind.
But what I'm asking you is, do I understand about being a parent? How old your son is?
He 15. That's what say for him personally listen to it in his ears.
He's 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's 15. I heard that. So now this is what I'm saying. Do you know? Let's say, for instance, you do decide to come up with a petition. You and 3 or 5 or 10 mamas. Let's say it's just you and 2 other mamas, and the word get around that you and those other 2 kids, mama, is the reason they can't listen to the type of music that they want to listen to. Now what you've done is put your son on an island because now people don't want to be affiliated with him because his mama is a trouble starter. Because they're already good with what they do. Now, guess what? Coaches are isolating your son to the side because they feel like you fucking with their vibe. So this is what I tell parents. If you, especially dealing with us, if you are sensitive to certain things, Because if you allow your kids to listen to it in their ear, that means that you're condoning it too. The only difference is you're just saying that you don't want to hear it out loud, and you don't have the power to dictate or control what the principals and everybody else at the game rock with. So I would tell you, if you don't want to put your child on an island to where he's gonna be ridiculed and talked about and get into fights because somebody might say something disrespectful about his mama, stop going to the game. So
Well,
that
that's
you
one
ain't,
reason why I brought it to the
I
show.
totally disagree with you on
That's
that,
one reason why I brought it to the
Legacy.
show and
I
asked
totally
what
disagree with you on
about
that.
it. Because one,
go ahead, go ahead.
when I grew up in a school, and I'm a educator as well, there's protocol and provisions that they must be in guidelines of. I thought that was against school regulations. Like you can't wear your skirt too short, you can't wear midriff shirts. I thought the profanity in the music was also another you can't do. So I was just inquiring. Am I gonna be that parent to write the letter and try to say to change our music? Mm-mm. Because I would have to tell them to tell the kids to change up a whole lot more than the music.
But you know
And
what, Juicy? The
mhm.
reality is, whether we know it or not, and you know, kids they cussing anyway. You might not hear it, they cussing anyway. And when I talk to my daughter about it, the music with the cursing, like for a long time I wouldn't listen to rap music with my daughter in the car. And she'd be like, Mama, why? I hear it all the time. I was like, yeah, but when I was 13 and 14, my parents didn't ride with F this nigga and F that. Because, you know, I listen to Trey Daddy. He cussed a lot. He said a lot of foul mouth, filthy stuff. And she was like, it's okay, Mom. You can play it, baby. It's not okay. I'm not going to play it and make you think it's okay. Just because you hear that at school and they say it at school. Like right now, she don't curse, but she used to curse. She used to cuss worse than me. Now she don't cuss.
Nobody curse worse than you.
Huh?
Can't nobody curse worse than you.
But you held
yeah.
your
I
ground
had
and
to
your
think about it. Like,
standard.
yeah. Oh, my
You
dad just said I
maintained
cuss
your
like a
ground and
sailor, like
standard.
a man. What'd you say, Juicy?
I said you maintained your ground and standard of you ain't gonna play that. That's how I am. I cuss. Cussing is like when they say I speak multiple language. I speak English and I cuss. I love
Oh,
cussing.
you know what? I call myself the cussing Christian. I tell people I love the Lord. I'm a Christian, but I cuss. I
Okay.
cuss. I'm a cussing Christian. At the end of the day, you know, my heart, it is what it is. To me, it's just a bunch of letters put together that people put emphasis on.
And they fun words.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't raised in the house of cursing, and I would pay 2 or 3 paychecks put together just to hear my mama or my daddy cuss just one time, but I'll never hear it because they ain't gonna cuss. Me, they done called me cussing before, cause they done called me cussing people out. You done got phone calls from the school, at the Christian school. Your daughter here cussing out the principal. Whose daughter? Your daughter. And he was a deacon. I ain't care. I gave him the business, and I was 14 then. Terrible, just terrible.
Did you get a
I
whooping?
cuss.
Did you get a whooping, Savage?
Back then, they told my ass out the frame. What?
Look,
But
they
my
used to
daddy
they be
wasn't.
like, you
My
know,
daddy wasn't the beast. It was my mama. Everybody she used to think she
Right.
was real quiet. Oh, she is disciplinary. My daddy was the salty, like, don't whoop her. My mom was like, I can't wait to get my hands on you.
Mom and them didn't beat us, but when they talk about we gonna wash your mouth
What?
with soap, I like soap.
Of course,
Game tastes good.
of course, your daddy was something because you was Dr. Drayton's baby. You Dr. Drayton's princess. Of
Yeah, man.
course.
I remember the first time she caught me with a brand new tattoo. I was ushering in front of the church. All I saw was her lip, and I read her lip. I'ma tear you up when I get you. She
Well,
got me
ladies and
too.
gentlemen, we've reached. Savage,
Don't
not to
cut me
cut you
off.
off, love. We've
Let
reached
me
on.
finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence now. Don't do that to me. I ain't saying much tonight because my nose and stuff acting up. Carry on.
Well, Tony, I saw your message. You gonna leave us that fast?
The show was over a minute ago.
It's okay when they go over a minute or 5 or 10 or 15, but when we go over 60 seconds, it's a whole conniption. They got something they want to do. That's all.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, ladies, gents. We have reached the hours, and we are closing. So with closing tonight, we will start first. Cause she's not here at this moment. For Miss Adrian, we appreciate Auntie Adrian for coming out to the show, participating tonight. Tony, could you put her information up there so if Don Allen don't mind, so he can read how people can get in touch with.
Adrian never get. Oh, there it is.
Auntie Adrian, you can find her on YouTube at Real Talk From My Kitchen to Yours, Facebook, Adrian Willoughby.
All right.
Oh, so pretty.
All right, then we're gonna shift on right along to Mr. Don Allen, DL Low from the Chill Zone.
Yes, sir. Right here. You
How
can
can
find
they
me
reach
on.
Mr. D-Lo?
They can find me on. They can find. Oh, hold on. He said, hold on. You can find me on Facebook at Don Allen Low or ApostleDlo@gmail.com or Dlo www.DloRazzleDazzles.com. That's my jewelry. Twitter Apostle Dlo, IG Apostle Dlo, Facebook again Don Allen Low, 214-962-8275, and every Monday and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find that on Dlo Production. I need to add that. My YouTube is Dlo Productions. You can find me on YouTube every Monday and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the WTCC Music Box Radio in the Chill Zone. Yes, sir.
We appreciate you for coming on tonight, Mr. D-Lo. We really do. We're gonna mosey right along and go out with the young lady that comes on and shows the sensitive side of the ATL show. Miss Juicy Cakes, could you please let the individuals out here in the ATL road know how can they reach out to you about those great herbal healing products that you got?
See, you know I'm so hood. You can reach me on Facebook and Live in Your Way to Wellness, or you can hit me on the phone 785-422-6949. I'm on Instagram as Miss Beautiful. And I'm on TikTok, y'all. Follow me. I mean, my team, my crew done follow me, but all y'all viewers, follow me. Juicy Cake.
Juicy, if you make a video, I'll do at you. If I know how to do it. I put a couple of TikToks up this week, so check me out.
Okay. I think I looked at 2 of them today.
Okay. That's what's up. I appreciate it.
I don't know what your TikTok is.
I want your choker. I sent you a message. I said I want that choker.
Girl. Why is this up? It's my... Y'all some rude.
Right along.
Y'all some rude.
Get to the very, very mean.
You can skip me because I'm mad
tonight.
You can skip me. I'm mad.
Okay, then let's mosey right along.
I'll read it.
They rushing us off the show. I hate that. I don't like that.
If you was on TV, they would give you extra time because you got something to say.
What I'm saying is, any other time when y'all go 5, 10, or 15 minutes over, we just roll with it. We don't wait until it's 11 o'clock. Like, but when we talking, y'all want to cut it off because y'all ready to go.
Okay,
that's green.
Okay, y'all go ahead and roll with it then.
Did he have something to do with something? That's so.
We're gonna move right along. We're gonna just give a shout out to Mr. Anthony Brown. I think he had something he had to take care of, and I just want to give everybody my information. My name is Legacy Great. You can reach out to me or on Facebook at Dream Williams.
Or you can reach out to me and hit me up on YouTube at Antonio Williams. And you can also reach out to me at AUNYA WMS121@gmail.com. And you can also contact me at 229-630-7615. In closing tonight, I just want to say, for everybody out there, understand that sometimes teeth and tongue may fall out, but they'll be back together. ATL, ho.
ATL, ho.
ATL, ho. Tony, in the show is still live. In the show. Put your ending graphic up. Hello. All right, good night, everybody. Good night. Tony in the live.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T Savage, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best that can sit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay, I'm the best you other cats just spell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Either dead on the scene, since you wanna be actors. It's the message. I'm talking open hills and places. Schools over feeling foggy, I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one, just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on against Team Muscle. You ready to lose? The game, the street, the zone is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rapper. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL, ho.